I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm thinking dynamite. I blow your candle light.
Studying.
You know I'm just
Studying.
that type. No,
Studying.
my vibe.
The destination is on your left.
So today is test day that I'm taking my exam for the Part 107 drone pilot's license and/or certificate. I arrived about 30 minutes early so that I could brush up on some of the topics that are on the that are supposed to be on the test. So I'm gonna go in here and hopefully come out with my license to fly a drone commercially. So wish me luck. Let's go. So I just finished my drone test, and I will say it is intense, or it was for me. But I did pass. I am a certified legal drone pilot with the ability to operate a drone commercially. It's time to celebrate. So in the previous clips, you saw footage of the day that I took and I passed my drone pilot's exam, which now allows me to legally capture aerial photography commercially. Meaning I can fly a drone not only recreationally, but I can now offer services for profit, which will be part of my next steps in my aerial photography business journey. But right now, let's talk about that test. If you're still in the process of studying for your exam, please just stay focused. Stay focused. I didn't take a formal Part 107 study course. I didn't think that I needed to, and ultimately I didn't need to. However, I was very faithful to this one YouTube channel called Mr. Miggs Classroom, which is almost like going to class, because at the time, he was an actual high school drone teacher. So he was teaching the class in high school. I found that his videos were at a great pace, and he was very thorough and detailed. So what I did was just watched his videos on repeat over and over and over until the concept clicked. And also there was other few videos that I watched randomly and got some nuggets out of as well. I also did other practice tests from this application. I think it's called Flight Ready. I bought that app. Didn't care for it that much, but I still did a couple of practice tests on that site as well. But my biggest advice to anyone watching this video is definitely know the concept of all of the categories. Otherwise, you're going to get twisted up, possibly. I also took lots and lots of the practice tests on the FAA suggested website, King's Schools. I would even break those practice tests down into individual category. At the bottom of the page where it says what type of test you want to take, I would unclick all of the selections and just click one selection and take the maximum allowed count of tests on that individual category. I would just do that over and over and over to the point where I had started to memorize the questions and the answers verbatim, which is not such a good thing. And I say that because On the day of my actual test, I got a huge wake-up call. I mean, if I wouldn't have known or understood the concept of the categories, I would have failed my test. I wouldn't have passed. That's all good that I memorized the answers and all that, but thankfully I understood the concept. So my biggest advice to anyone watching or cares to hear, know the concept of the categories, because there may have been 4 or 5 questions that on my actual exam that were verbatim to what was on those practice tests. The wording is totally different, okay? So make sure you understand the concept of all of the categories. The night before my test, I was still a little uncertain of flight patterns. The whole midair, right, left, downwind situation. Until I found the perfect video, and he explained it very well. I will link that in the description of this video as well, if you're still struggling with flight patterns, because based on some of the information that I've checked out, I think that that's one of the areas a lot of people struggle with, the flight patterns. So, but I did get it. And I think I may have had 2 questions about flight patterns on my actual exam. My exam center was in the, or my testing facility was in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I took a calculator with me, and I also took a magnifying glass. But my testing facility already had a calculator. You're probably not going to even need it, because I think the only areas that you sometimes need to use a calculator is in the load balance. So, but of course, I mean, you'll probably be able to figure it out without a calculator. And they also pass out the air supplement, the Airman Supplement book. So you'll get that as well to use to get your answers in regards to the sectional charts. And of course, it's helpful with the towers and the different restricted areas and stuff like that. So use that book. Also, of course, I didn't ace my test, but I am so pleased with my score of an 82. By now, you already know that the official score to pass the test is a 70. So I'm really pleased with my score. I've already completed my application on the FAA website to request my license. So I should be receiving that within the next 4 to 6 weeks, maybe. Not in a big hurry, but anyway, I'm glad to know that it's going to be in the mail. So all in all, I'm happy that the testing is behind me now. It's in the rear view. And I don't have to renew my license for 24 months. That's 2 years. And we don't have to take the test anymore. I think the FAA only requires us to do some refresher training online. Don't quote me on that. I'm not totally sure, but I think that's the rule. Ultimately, I'm not sure where this journey is going to lead me, but I do hope it's an adventure into great benefits. At the end of the day, as I've said before, I'm in my bucket list era. So accomplishing this check mark, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of it. So if you're in your, like me, if you're in your midlife, Sometimes we find our passions late in life. And that may have been due to us managing our kids or too busy running a household, or hell, you just didn't know what your passion was. But if you found it, explore it. What do you have to lose? Explore your passion. Anyways, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and keep an eye on my upcoming itineraries.